Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Senator Braun, Senator Gillibrand, Representative Quigley. I appreciate it very much, everything that you're doing for the ALS community. My name is Tim Tobin, and I am living with ALS, a progressive and 100% fatal disease. I'm here today in support of the Promising Pathway Act. And I have heard some criticisms of the Promising Pathway Act by the FDA and a few others, and I'm here today to address a couple of those criticisms. First, the FDA's position is that it has all the authority and flexibility that it needs to act quickly to get drug access to people who need drugs desperately. However, its current pathways are not workable for ALS. For example, the FDA frequently points to its accelerated approval pathway as a way to get drugs to people with difficult conditions. However, accelerated approval is available only where a drug is shown to have a direct clinical or shown to have a positive effect on a biomarker that is likely to predict a direct clinical benefit. And unfortunately, ALS, with very limited exceptions, does not have a biomarker that is scientifically accepted. And therefore, accelerated approval is simply not an effective pathway for this disease. The FDA also points to programs like expanded access programs, also known as EAPs, which are great programs, but they are very limited in what they can actually do in terms of affecting all who are impacted by a drug. So for example, if people who are eligible for expanded access programs are only typically those who are not eligible for a clinical trial. So therefore, it's excluding a large number of people who have ALS. Also, expanded access relies on drug manufacturers to offer the program, and they're under no obligation to do so. Second, some critics have said that the PPA would allow numerous drugs into the marketplace that don't work, and that's simply incorrect. The PPA is limited to various serious conditions, and it also has a approval standard that, while is intentionally is lower, it remains rigorous and based in science. So the approval is provisional only, and it's time limited. Required patient registries bolster the data that can be collected about a drug's safety and efficacy. Importantly, under the PPA, the FDA has the power to withdraw a provisionally approved drug if there are safety or efficacy issues. And most significantly, drug manufacturers are still incentivized to obtain full drug approvals, which still remain subject to the FDA's substantial evidence of efficacy standard. In sum, the FDA and other critics' concerns are unfounded. PPA is common sense legislation that will speed access to promising drugs for conditions that do not have effective treatment options. Thank you.